What up? All right, there you go. You do it.
Jeez. Chris is back, and he's not even being producer this week, and it's getting out of hand. Oh, what's up? Welcome into Off the CLEAT, Poker Run Week edition. Here we are hanging out with, oh, good Lord, I don't forgot their names. Mattie and Catherine. Yeah, see, I didn't forget them.
You got it.
Mattie and Catherine, and obviously everybody knows.
Man, I was so hoping you blew that.
I'm bad with names. You ought to know that. That's why I nicknamed you Slaw Dog or resurrected it. But they're from Owens House. That's who our charity's going to for the Poker Run proceeds for our second year in a row. We did just over 44,000 last year, 44,000 and some change. What, 44,035. Okay. So I think we're going to break that this year. That's the plan. But yeah, it's our second year supporting them. We'll get into kind of what the Owens House is a little bit. But just off the top with Poker Run this weekend, obviously buying starts at the Coos at 8. We'll sell till 10:30ish. Whenever the line's done, we'll stop selling. Card turn-in starts at 3 to 4:30. So get back and get your hands turned in by then. We will start door prizes at 4:30. From 3 to 4:30, we got South 31 playing. Thanks to Toyota Silicaga for sponsoring that, and some other things going on with Poker Run logistics-wise and stuff we have to have. So we'll have some live music during turn-in with South 31 that played at Stumpfest. Everybody loved. They were on the podcast last week. Big thanks to our sponsors again. We got Stephanie Davis now. She got married. Stephanie Davis, Lee Corley, Penny Miller, Texie Warnick. Is it Warnick? Here I am with names again. And Kim Scher with 5 really awesome agents, real estate agents on the lake. And we're gonna try to post something for all of them on Thursday with all the kind of properties and stuff that they're highlighting right now to have them a little bit of publicity on the boat club. And
that's the Corley team, though, right?
Oh, I forgot the Corley team.
The Corley team.
The Corley team.
Yeah.
Her poor son.
Well, hey, Jacob's knocking it out right there next to Lee. So
yep.
I just want to make sure that the Corley team was mentioned. So.
Well, I'll remember that next year. But yeah, I think that's it in a nutshell. I really missed anything. That's the Poker Run kind of. Obviously, we'll do the same we do every year with $10 per hand. You got the high roller package with 10 hands. You're getting a drawing for the $500, 5-card game of draw at the end. And the door prizes are rolling in. They're really good right now. I mean, my goodness, people have given battery tenders today. There's been 10 things rolled in today that I've seen a couple of them posted. So yeah, the door prizes are on pace to probably be the best we've ever had. So really appreciate everybody that's donated that. We will have porta potties again. I know a couple years ago that was a problem. I think we have 6 this year. Sponsored by Nicholas Portable Solutions, Highway 31 Collision, and Honey Dun Handyman Services. All paid for those and sponsor those. So no bathroom lines at Lacusa I think it was 3 years ago. It was just like we got there in line to get tickets to like a Metallica show in the 80s. Just around the whole building.
And a whole lot of people floating in the lake.
Yeah. I think that's it. That's poker. That's what we got. Poker in a nutshell, right? Am I missing anything?
Yes, you can still buy a hand and not play poker.
Oh yeah. If you don't, people come in the morning and buy hands, and if you just want to get those hands, each hand you buy gets 1 ticket in the door prize drawing. So, excuse me, you can come buy those and just come back in the afternoon for the door prizes if you don't want to do the poker run. As far as stops this year, most of them are very similar. Bozo's, Robin's doing that again. She's a rock star. Like literally, she calls and she's like, "I need some ink for my stamp." She had everything ready to go. We don't have to do nothing for her. She's like every year just on it. Talked to her today. Waxahachie Marina, Paradise Point Marina, and obviously the Coosa where the buy-in's at. And a new one this year, it will be at Beeswax Park, right there at the Pavilion. Layport Marina and Millie's Marina both couldn't do it this year for some various reasons, but support them. Layport's got a good burger. Swing by there. You may get in, not be quite as crowded as Waxahachie that day. But so we are doing a new spot this year, Beeswax Park, because those 2 marinas were unable to do it this year. Hopefully we'll pick one of those up next year and get back to a marina rather than Beeswax Park. That's the only real change this year is that. So I think that's about it, right? Getting stared at by the backup.
Well, it's going to make it easier for those that want to drive instead of go by boat. It's going to make it easier.
Yeah, it's
going to be on the
yeah, that is true. Side. It is shorter. A lot of people do it by car, some people do it by motorcycle.
So
you can really do it however you want to do it. Yeah, you don't have to do it by boat. It's at your own leisure, your own pace. So yeah, I think did I cover everything? Is that good? Or maybe so you wanted me to practice.
Food trucks everywhere, food available everywhere.
Yeah, food trucks everywhere. Food truck at Beeswax Park, and obviously all the marinas have their own variety of food and snacks, gas, and all that. So there's plenty of places to stop and get a snack or gas or get out of the heat.
And you will get your first stamp at Lacusa.
Yeah, you'll draw your first hand at Lacusa. When you get there that morning, it'll all be set up. You'll understand it then. We actually have it about dialed in at buy-in now. Renting that big tent last year really saved our butts. So And so yeah, that's it. Any questions, post them on Boat Club. We'll try to answer. Let's get into while we're doing this. Oh, there's a smirk over there. She's like, is that nerves or?
Sorry.
Is the board members calling in
That's
like they
just
wanted
the
to?
way my face looks.
I was gonna say, if she's mad at somebody, I'm just hoping it's not me.
So I guess let's get into it. So I mean, this is one of I think the second one of these we've done. This is the 16th, 17th episode of Off the Cleat we've done. It's the second one that I literally have no clue about the two people I'm interviewing. So I may have to think on some questions here and mix them up because I don't know y'all. So I guess to start with you. You said you're in school briefly a minute ago. We were talking. So like, where did you grow up at? What was life? How did you get into the Owens House and what you're doing? Just kind of give us a brief background on who you are.
Okay. So my name's Mattie. I'm from Chilton County, so I'm from Clinton. I'm not far from home at all. I am going into my senior year at the University of Montevallo, which is super exciting, and that's kind of how I stumbled upon Owens House. I tell people all the time, I literally came upon a gold mine. I was a Falcon Scholar through Montevallo. Started in August with Owens House and just kind of like found my little spot, I guess. And so I started internship and then was hired on to do our community outreach. So I was doing prevention. So I went to schools for like 6 to 9 months.
Really?
Teaching body safety to kindergarten through 3rd grade. So I had a bunch of different videos and like scripts and stuff and just like teaching kids how to protect their bodies because that's not something that everybody talks about. And after the first of the year, I started transitioning when Catherine came on into our development coordinator role, which is my current position. And now I help with like volunteers. That's kind of my big thing right now. We've had several groups in and out. So like volunteers, working with our donors, and then just kind of I get spur of the moment ideas, and I'm like, "Hey, Catherine, what do you think?" And she's like, "That's great. What you got?" And I just kind of run with it.
Me and her got a lot in common. Yeah.
So
spur of the moment ideas.
yeah, and if I have somebody that's like, hey, probably shouldn't do that. Like she's always the first person to be like, "Oh, that might not be super safe," and I'm like, "You're so right." Like I just don't think about different perspectives of it, and so
y'all have a Debbie.
Look, but I'm somebody. Yeah,
gotta have that.
Yeah, and I appreciate it so much because you never know how things could go badly, and it could go badly, and so I just run with it, and I'm So.
That's terrible. She shuts down all your ideas.
No. All typically the bigger ideas were fine. It's like the little pieces, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea, but I'll be like, hear me out, and I know that if I start it with hear me out, she does, but then she's gonna be like, hey, so liability, and I'm like, you're so right.
We'll get back to one of those ideas in a minute because I want to hear one that was too liable to do. That'd be good.
All right.
So what about you? So where are you from?
So I'm sorry.
Where'd you grow up at? Where you from? How'd you get into the role? You're the executive director, so you're the kind of the head honcho running everything at Owens House. It's like, how did you get to that role? Obviously, I'm sure you did stuff before that and got to that. So just kind of tell us briefly about growing up, where you grew up, and how you got to where you are right now.
Sure. So I'm from Prattville, and that's where my parents still are, and my husband's from Birmingham. And we met, and we've been in the Chelsea area for the last couple of years. I've been a social worker for 26 years. So I've worked with kiddos for most of the time, a little bit of work with domestic violence, sexual assault. But I had the opportunity, there was an opening for clinical director back in February. And so I applied and I started I was doing therapy with kiddos that we had seen for interviews. And there's a little bit of a transition. And so I tried to step in as best as I could and still doing that. So the team's been really wonderful. I'm not a creative idea person, so I love having creative idea people. But I like to help them, see it through. So I'm still working some directly with the kiddos, and then some of the grant stuff, the report stuff, the not so fun stuff but that keeps us safe and keeps the place running. So we're just that's me.
All right. Where'd you go to school at?
I did my undergrad at University of Alabama. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting because half the people are going to love that and half the people
I'm fine with it. Chris.
Okay. I was born in Auburn. My parents went to Auburn, so that's good. Now both sides are going to hate me.
Sitting next to the turncoat.
And then I went to UNC for graduate school.
Tar Heel.
Good. I was. Yes,
there we go.
Still am. Yeah. So
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know
excellent
if that's
school.
good or bad.
It's,
Her wardrobe
it's
is like
actually it's
bright blue and
braggable.
red. That's all she's got to wear. So who do you root? So obviously, who do you root for in basketball season?
Oh, of course. Let's see.
As good as Bama's been doing the past couple years, you got on board.
Well, okay. So if it's Bama, it's always Bama. But if it's UNC against anybody else, it's always UNC.
Okay,
What about in football?
turn the camera off.
Football is Bama. Oh my god. No, football, it's always Bama. That's why I'm not allowed anywhere near my parents' house because they go to all the Auburn games and they're like, yeah, they just.
Well, that's interesting. Chris, what do you think about that? A good Alabama fan over here.
I have no comment at this point.
Really?
Nope. Oh.
Nothing?
No, I don't. Not on that subject. I'll be honest with you though. I have had the experience to tour Owens House and get to see some of the things that they do. I would actually love for you to tell everybody what some of the things, because I sure as did. I did not know what all y'all do, and after touring it, seeing the wall of hands, just learning about all the rooms and the things that you do, and some of that may not be something you want to share, but I'm amazed at the amount that y'all do. And I was taken back and actually probably teared up a couple times. So if y'all don't mind, if that's okay with you, I would love for them to tell me.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, I'd hear from y'all's perspective. Y'all are in it every day, and then when y'all get done kind of with that, I'll kind of piggyback on like that experience we had and kind of tell what kind of what I thought about it.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to jump in on that one.
No, that's good.
Yeah, so.
That's good. So like what do y'all do? I mean, I know some of it's not the best stuff to talk about. We don't have to get like in the weeds on it, but like just tell what y'all do for the community and what y'all do. I mean, for people that are in a lot worse situations than we're in right now. So,
Well, we serve kiddos in Shelby County, so kids that have experienced trauma, and they will be referred to come to us for what's called a forensic interview. And that's where we have somebody that's specially trained to ask them questions or for them to tell their story. That way, if they have to later go with Child Protective Services or with law enforcement, the idea is that they have to tell their story as few times as possible. So we have two folks that do the forensic interviews. And then we have a family advocate that meets with the parent or the caregiver, the person, that is with the kiddo, the safe person. Because they need support too. They may not know why they're there. They may not know what Owens House is. They need resources. And so our advocates meet with them. We do mental health therapy for the kiddos. And so we have several people that are able to do that. And I have a couple of kiddos that I see just trying to, help them give words to their feelings and then help them to be able to cope. I was working with the kiddo just today and we were talking about how to relax, muscle relaxation. And so, she was like, well, I don't know what that means. And I was like, well, pretend you're squeezing a lemon, and tense your muscles up and then stop. She said, okay. I said, do you feel more relaxed now? She's like, I get it now. So her favorite was the one I said, pretend you've got an ice cube down your back and you want to stretch your shoulders. And she thought that was the funniest thing. But the kiddos are great. They're what make our work, worth doing. And then I'll let Mattie talk about the prevention and education work because that's what she's an expert in. And then some of our new cool projects, we want to have you guys back out because we've done, thanks to my creative folks, we're implementing some really cool things.
So, I did prevention. So we are in all of the Shelby County and Pelham City schools, kindergarten through third grade. And we do 2 grades in the fall and 2 in the spring. So we're not catching all 4 age groups at the same time because each curriculum is geared towards the learning speed of the kids. 5-year-old has a different mindset than a 7, 8-year-old. And so we're gearing what we're talking about towards that where they'll understand. And so we would go in and have our videos play and then we would go over body safety, where people should and shouldn't touch, good and bad secrets, if something's happening and someone's telling you no one's going to believe you're going to be in trouble, that's not true, who our safe adults are, just so we're giving the kids information to, if this is something that they've grown up in. If you have a kid who's in kindergarten and their whole life they've been abused, they don't know any different. That first interaction, that's the first time that they're told that you can tell somebody, that you don't have to let this happen. Tell somebody, we can help you. And so seeing that start clicking for those, especially the kindergartners, you'll see it and it's like a light bulb. and it's like, wow. And that's the first time that someone has told them, like, that's not like it's your body, you own it, you can tell people no. And so like seeing that go up, and even in like third grade, you'll see some kids and they're like, whoa. And it's like, that's just has never clicked with them before because they've never heard that. So it's really cool to just like see the kids. You get to see them before they come in to interview. I've had kiddos that I saw at the school, and then they came in, and it's like I want to hug you and love on you because like that hurts my little heart. But at the same time, like they know me. Like I'll have a kid that was in counseling. He'd walk by my office and he'd be like, "She's the girl from the school. She has pencils," and like he wanted another pencil one day, and it's like, yes, I am. I am the person that came to your school, and I have all the pencils. And so it's little moments like that, like when you see the kiddos, like they're loving it, they're there, they're comfortable, and they're getting the help. And it's like I went to the school and told them about safe touches and unsafe touches, and that's kind of like started all of this. So that's cool. Like that just really is like, okay, this is why we're here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, it's not a good conversation to have at all. I mean, like when we went with y'all last year, it's like, you know, the stuff you say, it's like, you know, you got a good life, everything going on. You don't you see stuff on I guess the news, you know, you see it on social media. You don't really think that it's right down the road or right here and all this stuff. But there's evil, you know, fucking people in this world. I mean, literally. And it takes people like Owens House to put together a team and you know, a nonprofit to, you know, go in and help these kids. And I think that's very, very, very amazing and admirable. And like I said, back to the experience from last year when we come and actually brought y'all the physical cashier's check is what we did. Like, 'cause we get the big jumbo check the day of, and we brought the cashier's check a week or so later. You know, give us a tour of the place, and it's like, you know, you kind of go in and it's kind of, you know, okay, well, we do the interviews in this room, and you know, over here I forget, there was like the upstairs with like some offices and this kind of stuff, and then like you go downstairs, and down that stairwell is just handprints of kids, like, and I mean, some of them are like this big, and like when you see that, you realize like, oh, well, this isn't a small impact kind of facility here. Like, I mean, I don't know how many it was, but it was a full size flight of stairs and a good sized building, covered in handprints of kids that have been helped. And I want to say 20 years or more. Is a lot of the date. It went way back.
Yeah, that's
about
right.
We all kind of looked at each other like, holy Moses! Like, you realize that
Material. Yeah. Material.
And then you go downstairs, and there's, like you said, there's a place for kids to play with toys. And then one of the biggest things that I think really put it in perspective for me was y'all got this diorama built of a courtroom to kind of show that these kids have to go testify about the stuff that's happened to them. You kind of show them, this is what it's going to look like. This is where you're going to sit and stuff like that. It's like, man, I just never thought that kind of stuff was real. You see movies about it, you saw that. So it's I'm very proud that our boat club has been able to help last year and helping this year to facilitate helping kids like that, because they're definitely, it's definitely deserved to reach out and help kids that are going through that kind of torture. So I really commend the Owens House for doing that kind of stuff. It's amazing.
There's a piece, I guess I got nervous because there's a big piece of what we do that I wanted to acknowledge because it's not immediately visible, but we coordinate a multidisciplinary team for the entire Shelby County. So this is the sheriff's office, all of the different law enforcement, school systems, DHR, teachers, Safe House. I want to make sure I don't forget any of our community partners. We come together once a month. We are all trained. We all sign confidentiality agreements because we're looking at these kids holistically. It's not just the kiddos that come to Owens House, but we want to know how they're doing in school, or sometimes the school wants to know if they've got something going on that they need help with. And we are, grateful for all of our partners that show up. And these are, 35 to 40 people a month in Shelby County that show up for the safety of Shelby County kiddos. And we facilitate those meetings. We do the trainings. And we're very, very fortunate. District Attorney's Office, we're very, very fortunate for our community partners. And I wanted to say that because it's a big part of what we do.
Are y'all still working towards with the state on wasn't the state kind of modeling some state level stuff after how y'all do stuff at one point?
That may have been, I'm just so new, I don't know, but I do know that we're involved with the Alabama Network of Children's Advocacy Centers, and they do a lot of work towards trying to make laws that are better for kiddos. So we have that partnership with them.
I'm all for public hanging.
How many children do you think you service a year?
Right now, from January to today, we're over 160 already.
Now that's forensic interviews. We've also served that would be plus our counseling kiddos, plus our school kiddos. So I know for our last complete year, we did about 350 forensic interviews, and then we had about another 50 kiddos for counseling. And that's, they're usually with us for about 3 to 6 months for counseling. So
you're averaging. Yeah.
it is none of the services. There's no charge.
Yeah,
Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, there's no charge to the
And y'all
families.
also help out not only the kids but the family members.
Absolutely.
That did not know what was going on.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's averaging. Some basic numbers. You're averaging a kid a day. You just said they're 3 to 6 months. So, yeah, that's very busy and having to do. Realistically, what do you? They're Monday through Friday, probably more or less a lot of times. It's like 10, 12 things going on a day. 10, 12 kids a day you're doing something with.
It gets really.
We have like 3 main time slots that we do, and we could have one kid make a disclosure, and if there's multiple siblings in the house, then we'll have like a sibling set come in, and so you could have a 9 o'clock where you're looking at 3 or 4 kiddos, and then a 1 o'clock coming in, and so it depends on that. Our family advocate does a lot of our scheduling, and she is fantastic. She just like starts talking about all the different groups that are coming in, and I'm like, wait a second, I haven't even looked at the calendar for the week. But yeah, we can day to day. You never know what you're gonna get as far as how many.
But I have to, and it may seem unusual that like I'm smiling when I'm talking about our kiddos and our families, but they give me so much hope. They're just precious. The kids are, and they're caregivers, and the ones that come to us, and as terrible as some of the situations that they've been through are, it's an honor to be part of that story and to help try to make it a little bit better or give them something to make them, to make it a little bit easier. And so that's how we can smile and talk about our work is we, they're just precious, and they're so resilient and full of hope.
We'll have like counseling kiddos though. They come through the back door. Our counseling kids, they know you can come through the back, front, whatever door you want, and they'll come through the back and they'll make like their little circle through our kitchen and get them a snack and a juice and sit on the couch and like figure out what they want to watch on TV while they're waiting. And it's like to see a kiddo that you once saw come in through the front door so quiet to now come like running in the back door, and they know what juice they want and what snack and what show they're gonna finish watching. That it's like that is what it's for right there. Seeing them come in and this is a safe, happy place for them, it's all worth it.
I do remember this when we took a tour talking about the snacks and everything else.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking that Owens House even has to be in existence.
Agreed.
But it's a blessing that y'all are. One of the things that I always notice even driving up is it looks like Grandma's house when you pull up. And each one of the rooms that we went in, despite what their uses may have been for, they were all calming, they were all welcoming, and it was a sense of, a sense of peace when we were sitting in that room and we were all talking. Y'all creating that for these kids, despite of everything that has to be done behind those walls and behind each one of those doors, is incredible. So I really do want to thank y'all for what y'all do for our community and for the kids. So anyway, wanted to throw that out there.
Well, and those kids are actually brave that actually decide to.
Oh my goodness
Yes.
gracious.
That's a huge thing. Is for those kids to be brave.
I think it's like she said, that you see a kid come in there and to the front door and he says, "I was taking those the first time there," and going to the point where they're comfortable sitting on the couch watching, whatever kids watch these days. I don't know, not Transformers.
Me
anything.
neither.
Can't even
I'll
pronounce
come in
half of
sometimes,
it.
So confused.
But like I guess when you deal with a kid on that level, you got your point of seeing like them grow and be better. It's like you're dealing with somebody that's at the bottom of the barrel, and they don't even know that there's a barrel there. They don't really understand what's better because they're, like you said, you're going in there and they're like, "Oh, this is wrong," So it's pretty cool to like probably see a kid that doesn't even know that life can be better, doesn't know that it can be better, and then see him like through that growth, like, "Oh, wow, this is life. This is good." That's got to be pretty rewarding. I would agree with what you're saying, seeing that growth, because you're opening like a door to a lot of these kids they didn't even know it existed. That's pretty cool.
Well, and back to your point earlier about the model of the courthouse, like going to court is scary, even for adults. Like I've had to go to testify as a social worker. It's scary, but to imagine a kid having to do it, like they really, really are brave. We're fortunate that we exist. Again, we never. That's always our job. We want to work ourselves out of that job and we not be necessary. But I'm grateful that the services are there until that happens.
Yeah, I agree. That's one of those jobs you want to end. You want to fix it all, but the unfortunate reality is it's not going to happen. So that's why we got to keep going, like doing stuff like the poker run. You got to keep going because there's bad people in the world, and public hanging is not legal.
Yeah.
Well, Debbie wrote a memo, so I don't know. Maybe one day.
So
What
the loss of federal funding and how much?
Oh yeah.
So our largest funder is through the Victims of Crime Act. That's federal funding that passes through the state of Alabama. And that funding as a whole is being cut across the board. It was cut last year, and we've been told to expect to cut for this year. And so, what we do goes towards wonderful staff who are trained and can work with these kiddos and who want to do this, the training for them, and then making sure that we have things that they can use, like art supplies for art therapy, or that, y'all probably saw the sand trays. Like we have like trays of sand with the little figurines, and they can kind of make their own narrative, and that's therapeutic as well. They're all things that we have to replenish, and then we want to invest in our team because we want to make sure that they're healthy and happy for the kiddos, and then we want to serve as many kids as we can. We also want to take care of our partners in the multidisciplinary team, and it's harder to do as that pocket of funding shrinks. And so I don't even have the words for how grateful we are for what you guys are doing, because you're meeting a need in the community that we have a gap there, and you guys have stepped in, and we're just so incredibly grateful. That seems inadequate, but that's the only word I can think of right now.
I mean, we're as a group from the boat club, all the volunteers, a couple that are here,
And the community that contributes to it.
Being crowd tonight in Jolly Parrot, but there's a few people here. I mean, from all of us that help kind of facilitate the event, and then to Chris's point, all the people in the community. I mean, it's you say what y'all did or what you did, and that's correct. It's plural. It's a lot of people and a lot of businesses and a lot of individuals donated, from all the door prizes to the sponsor to go in, and all that's given, and then everybody gives their money they earn and buys some poker hands. So it's I'm really happy that we as a group, a boat club community and group, and then all the people that support it, both with donations, are able to do that. I mean, it's a fun time too. I have no arguments about the day. It's a great time. It's fun. I get to see a lot of people together that you maybe hadn't seen in a month, hadn't seen Randy on the lake or something. So it's a fun day, and why not have a byproduct to be able to do something like that? And not to get political, but I don't think any of us would agree our government spends our tax money very wisely as a whole. But I would, stuff like this, you should probably not cut funding on. I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff we can cut funding on probably, but dealing with kids that have been abused, that's not one I want to cut funding on.
Well, I think the community's coming together and showing what we think the money ought to be, what it should be spent for, and we're spending the money that we choose to spend on something like this. And that's what we're doing. So
I'm very happy with it. I'm proud of what our boat club has done over the years, and I'm very proud of, especially last year, and what we're going to do Saturday for Owens House. I'm very proud of everybody's efforts and what they've done, from time and money, etc. What are we at on the time up there? We're at 28. We're at 29.
29.
Good Lord,
I've only had one.
it's because this one was serious.
Well, it was.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna hang on. All right, I can't let this in without doing that. Go ahead.
Well, let's get back. So that's obviously I love that, and I'm sure people will see y'all Saturday, and some of your other people that work there come in to help with different stuff, and you probably have to tell some more stories like that to people, which is great. Let's get into let's get gear. Let's get into fun for a minute. So what do you do? What do you do for fun? What are your hobbies? You said you're married. Maybe you have kids on it. What are your hobbies, and what is your just what's your favorite family vacation I'll do every year? What's that?
Oh my gosh. right now my hobbies are my child's soccer because that seems like that's all we do.
That's a
I've
job.
got a 10-year-old
about to say, that's a
daughter,
job.
and it's practices and games. It really is all about her. She's our only, and between work and family, it's been a little bit busy since February.
Yeah.
But when I can, I like to read. I like to garden, and we take an annual beach trip. My family does. We'd like to go down to the beach. So,
What beach?
we go to Orange Beach.
There we go.
There you
That's
go.
what we like. Yeah.
That's where I went growing up, and that's where my child's grown up, so it's kind of cool. But that's a little bit about me. Do grant reports in my spare time. I mean, that's what we do. That's part of the when you love what you do, it just kind of blends together. And my family comes out. My family has helped paint. My family has helped fundraise. That's part of what we do as a family.
Well, bring them to Poker Run.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we will put them to work. What about you?
So, I'm in college, and that's not a hobby, but it takes up a whole lot of time. I went to Montevallo. When I went to Montevallo, I was told, get involved. So I said, okay, watch, and I jumped right on in. So I'm the president of my sorority at Montevallo. So that in itself is, I have it down.
You ought to get some volunteers from that to come up and help us with some door prizes.
Yeah, hey. I'm also on the executive cabinet for SGA. So those two keep me pretty busy between that and then work. But I am just that keeps me busy enough. Honestly, I came in super ahead, so I'm graduating like a year and a half early. So
What's the best vacation you've been on?
So my family, every time there's 4 of us in the set. Every time one of us graduates, we go to Universal Studios in Orlando. That is like hands down. We plan for it. We know we're going, and that whole year we're like binge watch Marvel, Harry Potter, everything that's there, and we go right after Memorial Day because my son works for the state and she's off a couple of days. That is our designated family vacation. We go for a week, and so it's really helpful planning because I know every year if we're going on a trip, it's that week, so I can plan around it. But we'll stay for a whole week. We'll go through all of the parks. Might do a day at Disney. We're not Disney people. We'll go through Universal 6 times and we're happy. Eat at some Emporium there. We're happy people. But every year we go. So we went in 17 when my oldest sister graduated. I graduated in 23, so we went then. And then we're going in 27 when my brother graduates high school, and then I'll be graduating with my master's. So kind of a double dip in that trip, but I'm excited.
So Universal.
Yes.
You're
hands down.
Superhero nerd.
Yeah, a little bit. Harry Potter, superheroes, yeah.
Okay.
We just got done rewatching all of the Harry Potter movies. We've seen them.
Never seen one.
Oh, I've probably watched them.
Oh, you
about
fit in our
12
house
times.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wear a cape when I wake up and drink my coffee every morning.
Well, yeah, we rewatch them. We're all have our own houses. We all have ones that we got the first time we went. We all have the interactive ones, so when we go back, we can look at that stuff and it'll make stuff happen. It's really cool.
I have a little nerd in me.
Oh my gosh, a little bit.
Darth Vader kills you.
Yeah, I thought I saw it.
You drink it, and she goes.
No, that's my
y'all
that's
saw
actually
Thanos?
that's my Halloween outfit.
That's actually so. Our son likes superheroes, and that was given to him when he was 3.
And he thought it wasn't cool, and I was like, I know where I'm putting that.
We have
My
a
dog
big
was scared of
Thanos
it,
man
too.
in office that you can and it goes
What is Thanos?
from the Avengers.
You don't know who
The
Thanos
guy with
is?
the Infinity
He's a
Stones,
Titan.
and he snapped his fingers and half of them died off.
No,
But it wasn't until he got all the Infinity Stones. So you
Yes.
gotta understand that. He didn't just do it out of the
Well,
blue.
yes, he had all
to
the
get
stones.
Yes.
Yes,
He killed Iron Man.
yes.
No, he
Iron
didn't
Man's
kill.
dead?
You're a couple movies
Oh, yeah.
behind.
I've never watched an Avengers movie.
What?
I really don't watch movies, though.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
not
I
a
am.
big
Is that worse
person
than my
either. I
football
would rather.
transcript?
We're gonna have to edit this out. Nobody's
Oh,
gonna
it
like
is
me.
definitely worse right now.
Nobody's gonna edit. Nobody's gonna like me anymore.
Wait, aren't you an Auburn fan?
I am,
Yeah,
but
go
I'm
This
a
is
Marvel
worse than
fan.
her liking Alabama.
Oh, it totally trumps that. I'm gonna kidnap you, tie you up, and I'm gonna make you watch the entire Infinity Saga.
It's okay.
I'm
I'll
just-
advise you one thing: don't untie me afterwards.
Really
Owens House
do
will
not
be out
watch.
Saturday at some of the
Yes.
arenas.
Yes.
Check
Yes.
that. It's not. I said you'll see everybody at the arenas. You'll probably have to tell some more of these stories.
Beeswax, Waxahachie, Paradise Point.
That's where y'all be spread out at.
Yes.
And then back at Lacusa the
And back to
evening. So We'll get like some kind of sign to put it on their head and say, "Come talk to them."
Well, basically,
Well,
I think we
our
need to be a
shirt has
cape.
Owens House.
Is
Yeah,
what I think it
Kathy's
needs to be.
making them.
A cape. You need a
Yeah.
Harry Potter cape that says Owens House. Kathy,
Do I have? I don't have a cape.
Well,
35.
I mean,
that went quick.
Yeah.
We try to keep it 30 minutes. We always
Okay.
go over though. But we got talking about Avengers, Harry Potter, and magic
Hey, my bad.
sticks.
So sorry.
no, I'm good.
No, you're good.
I'm good. I'm good over here.
That's good. All right, I guess think of one more question to ask them and end it on. What's a good one? What's a good one? Anybody? Nobody? Nobody? A good question?
I don't know.
All right,
How about a prediction?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work. What's
Did
your
we-
prediction for Saturday? We all guessed a few weeks ago. What's your prediction for how much money we raise?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. We're just grateful for every penny.
Well, we know that, but we
Spoken
want
like
you.
an
I mean,
executive.
Prediction's
I-
just a prediction.
We did
Because if you say it, it may come true.
$44,035 last year.
I say 48.
No, I say 50. I'm in the 50 range. Actually, I'm going to go above that. I'm going to say 52.
That's right. He wasn't here for the guessing time.
No,
All the
he
aces.
wasn't.
I'm going to say
I
52.
guess.
I think we're going to go over 50.
You said 58, I think. 57.
Yeah, 50. I was over 55. I think I got as close to 60. That's my prediction.
Wow.
I think 54.
Okay.
54. That's a good
I'm
number.
hopeful. I'm optimistic. We're going
And
big.
this is
You went
our
prices
first
right
year
on me
having-
right there. You just went just a tad bit.
What's
below.
yours?
Well, I had 52, but then he said.
Don't
Okay,
say $1.
I'm gonna do prices right. 54 and $1. Yeah.
Yeah, Price is Right rules apply here. So.
Jason, what's your?
Y'all didn't ask me last time. Am I allowed
What is
to?
it?
Am I allowed to guess? Is that
Yeah.
executive privilege?
Well, you're definitely allowed to guess.
$53,015. I don't know why. We
Very
had 35
specific.
last year because people will like give like somebody will walk up and like they'll just throw $5 in the bucket for money. So that's how we end up with kind of an odd number sometimes because the hands are multiples of 10, but we always have an odd number because somebody just or they'll buy like 2 stickers that are $4. They'll say just put the 6 in there with the funds.
And when we say
it's always a little
everything
bit
goes to Owens House, everything goes to Owens House.
Yeah,
Someone
one-
drops $1,000 on the table and just says, "Throw this in there," and they don't buy a single ticket. It goes to you guys.
everything donated that day, like all the hands sold and all that, and people are like, oh, just put it in that. I don't want change. All of it goes to it. We don't. Loco don't keep nothing. The first couple of years, like we were keeping like 25%.
Well, that's where the 17 cents came from that one
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I
I put
made
a
that
lot
up.
of work.
yeah.
into
100% of what we take in that day goes to Owens House. So that's what's cool about it. And we can only do that because all the great sponsors and all the great door prizes. I mean, that's why everybody comes out for. Everybody loves giving the money for Owens House. They do, but it's the excitement of the poker run's kind of fun, but it's the door prizes what everybody loves. Because I mean, we've got I don't know how many dollar signs in door prizes. I
At
mean,
least
it's,
20. Yeah.
Huh?
At least 20,000.
yeah, probably $20,000 in door prizes donated from.
That's incredible.
I mean, exponential
That's why I
number
said, tell
of.
your family just to buy
I
door
mean,
prizes
it's
tickets if
just-
they can't make it.
I mean, we've got
Just $10.
coolers, battery chargers, $300
Tumblers.
floats, Blackstone.
I'm still shopping.
I mean, yeah, you have to go buy
We got-
more. People donate
We
money.
got
you're shopping.
outdoor furniture.
Outdoor
sitting-
furniture,
That's not bad.
Adirondack chairs, and some wicker ones. I mean, it's tough.
Blackstones.
It's crazy.
The fancy, like, fold out rocking chairs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I've been following y'all.
The
and those are
trampoline,
so
that one is
Yeah,
huge.
water trampoline.
That 10-foot
Ooh,
water
water
I
trampoline
didn't
is
see
pretty
a
cool.
water. I don't
And
expect
as we did last year, we will blow all of these up, so you have to deal with it when you leave. So don't worry, it's yours to take. So don't forget the pump. We ended up with like 4 pumps last year. I think I still have one. Nobody took the pumps. We need like zip time to the floats or something. But
I wanted to say something. I think you mentioned this at the very beginning. Every year it's fun, and I say fun with quotation marks, when you have to dodge storms. If you can't get to one of the draw spots, and due to storms, don't put yourself in a bad situation. You can come to Lacusa and you can do a draw and you can get your last stance over there. So
yeah, the reality is,
don't do anything unsafe to just get.
I think it's rained every year we do this. And it's just a little pop up at shore, but like for instance, Waxhatchee was my last stop. It was storming down river. I couldn't make it. Come back to Lacusa during a card turn in. We'll get you stamped off. We'll take care of that. But so if the weather does stop you for something, yeah, you can definitely come back. And I guess that's it.
Hand readers.
We got them. Hand readers are lined up. Who are you? Say
text
who are
them?
they? Yes, I've
Did you
talked to
text
them.
them?
You said
I
who
said
are they?
thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because I don't know how to play poker at all. Don't watch Harry Potter. Don't even know what. No, our name was dead.
I didn't know hand stamp meant poker hand. I thought So
Well,
we're all learning new things
I
together.
only learned because my dad knew what it was. Because I was like, "Oh, I'm working the poker run like next weekend," and he was like, "You're working the poker run?" And I was like,
that's right.
Yeah.
That's how big I am now, right?
"Yeah, hey, you're like Harry Potter. Everybody knows about it, but not like Iron Man died."
We'll cut that out.
Darn.
Gandalf the Tall, right there.
What is Gandalf?
That look.
Oh my god! Oh my god, we're gonna have a session.
All right, well, we'll wrap this up. We're probably at 40 minutes now. We try to keep it at 30, but this was, like I said, kind of serious to hearing what really happens in the real world and what our poker run supports. And we've been cutting up for 10 minutes about vacations and movies that I don't know what they are. But I know. Well, hey, so this will come out on Thursday night. So we will all see y'all Saturday morning bright and early at the Coosa at 8, and we'll have our poker run going. And everybody from Owens House, not everybody, a bunch of people from Owens House will be there in and about during the day at the draw spots. You'll see all the familiar faces: Chris, myself, Amelia, Rob, Beth, Bishop, Debbie. Who are we missing here? Mike Ray, V. Dax is coming. Melissa PPP, Adam. I mean, well, I probably named a third of the people that are doing all this. You'll see the whole crew: Josh, Spanik, Dylan. You'll see everybody there. We'll have our orange swab shirts on. I hope everybody's safe from last year. But we'll see everybody Saturday morning. We're looking forward to it. We'll wrap this up and let's power through the rest of the week and get to the weekend and have a good time, raise some money for a phenomenal organization at Owens House. So thank you for watching Off the Cleat. We'll see you Saturday.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
Thank
Sign the
you
wall. You
so
got to sign the
much.
wall.